Hello and welcome to part 122 of Let's Play Dangan Ronpa. When we left off, I was not eating. Sorry, I'll stop eating. I'll stop eating now. I'll stop eating now. Pronounce with ease. When we left off, it was 2 days ago. I was about to go back to school. I've been back to school and it's been terrible. Now, to discover, could the poison have been put into a protein container? Since there was protein powder in the poison bottle, isn't it possible the opposite is also true? Exactly, the protein container and poison bottle had their respective contents swapped. The protein powder was placed in the poison bottle and the poison into the protein container. With that in mind, it shouldn't be hard to see how the culprit got Ugami to ingest the poison. For real? By giving Ugami a certain something found at the scene of a crime, they ordered to take the poison. Something at the scene of a crime? Could it have been a protein container, like I just said it was? You idiot. Is the thing he gave Ugami a protein container? Not just any protein container. One with poison inside. Huh? That's how we got her to ingest the poison, and that's her real cause of death. Oh yeah, dude. No, they did talk about how protein can cure anything. So after she took for his blows to the head, she decided to take some protein to help her get better. But the container she was given had poison in it, not protein. I don't know exactly who it was who performed the swap. Seriously? Who did it, dude? It's clear evidence as to who did it and left in the chemistry lab. The thing we found in front of the cabinets. Could it possibly be Fukawa's testimony? No. Footprints. The footprints left in front of the Chem Lab's cabinets. That's the evidence you're saying points to the person who switched from poison and protein, isn't it? When I visited the chemistry lab this morning, there were no such footprints there, which means they were left around the time of the murder and are therefore connected to this case. Furthermore, the footprints were in front of Cabinet A, where the protein-filled poison bottle was found. In all likelihood, the culprit accidentally left them while performing the exchange at Cabinet A. With footprints as clear as those, it's a simple test to determine whose they are. Let's check everyone's shoes right here, right now, that will tell us exactly. They're mine. Those footprints, they're mine. Asahina? You're gonna figure it out anyway. So I'm better off just telling you myself. Then, the one who killed Oga was... Yes, I did. I killed Sakura. I suspected as much. No matter how you look at it, those footprints were made with tennis shoes. There are people here who wear tennis shoes. Tennis shoes for people wearing tennis shoes are. Asahina and I are the only ones. I get it, so that's why you... The chances are these footprints belong to you, don't they, Nagi? No, they don't. You give me your shoes and let me compare the foot size. If the footprints weren't yours, then the only other possibility... Rosina? While we're on the subject, since the class trial began, Asahina's been acting rather unusual. She's been pushing unusually hard to get us to cast our ballots. She wanted us to rush our decisions so the blame for a crime would fall on someone else. I can't believe that. What's so unbelievable about it? I mean, Asahina and Ugami were good friends. It's exactly what gave her this chance. Ugami wouldn't have even batted an eye at protein given to her by her good friend Asahina. Asahina exploited their so-called friendship, used it to deceive the victim Ugami and continued using it to try to deceive us as well. That was one hell of a dirty trick you pulled, Asahina. Is it true, Asahina? Did you really kill Ugami? And if so, why? Why would you do that? When I found Sakura in the rec room, her head all hurt and bloody. She asked me to bring her some protein. But then I was in the chem lab going to get it for her, and the idea just popped into my head. I could kill her now, you thought, didn't you? You swapped the 2 bottles' contents and gave her the protein container with the poison in it. When I did, Sakura, she drank it all in one big gulp. And then she... Hold on. I can't accept that. God, don't tell me you bought into this whole she couldn't kill a friend nonsense too. You've still not gotten it through your thick skulls. This game does not operate on your ideals. Any of dogmas like friendship hold no ground here. This is a game of wits of securing the spot atop the hill. Sorry about that, I accidentally just clicked off of Dangan Ronpa. I'm speaking a really weird voice when I'm recording. Yeah. There's not one person who would sacrifice himself for another. In the end, every man thinks only of himself. Just as that woman sacrificed Ugami for her own sake. Be that as it may, I still can't accept it. You're still holding out? Don't get me wrong, I'm not being sentimental here. I simply can't accept that when certain questions have been left unanswered. You mean the sealed room? Asahina, if you are truly the culprit, then tell me this. How did you construct that sealed room? Well, who cares about that? Just because I'm the killer doesn't mean I have to come clean about everything. I'm not saying that, but I am curious as to the reason you can't tell us. Then tell me you're trying to say Asahina isn't the murderer? And if I am? Preposterous, knowing she swapped the protein and poison, there's no room left for doubt. Can you really be so sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it still strikes me as a little bit odd. What's odd about it? I mean, why wouldn't she do anything about such obvious footprints? It's kind of, how should I say it, a little too obvious? I agree, it's almost as though she's asking us to suspect her. Well, I was so nervous I didn't realize that I had left footprints. You didn't realize? Yeah, it's the truth. What more do you want from me? Hey, Asahina, would you mind going into a little bit more detail about when you switched the protein with the poison? Why? It's not necessary. Asahina, I'm asking you too. Fine. Whatever you want. It's already obvious she's the culprit. There are no other suspects. Nobody other than her could have done it. Please begin, Asahina. Start from when you went to the chem lab, if you would. First I went to cabinet C and got the poison from there. That's when you spilled the powder in front of the cabinet. Yeah, I grabbed one of the poison bottles from the cabinet and it slipped and fell. Got it. Continue. Next I went to cabinet A and got the protein, and that's where I swapped the 2. After I swapped them, I took the poison-filled protein container with me and left the chem lab. I'd accidentally left the protein-filled poison bottle in cabinet A, and because of that, you figured it all out. There, that's everything. Asahina, based on what you just told us, after taking the poison from cabinet C, you went straight to cabinet A to get the protein, didn't you? In other words, you're saying you walked directly from cabinet C to cabinet A, aren't you? Yeah, I am. And in that case, it's bollocks. It doesn't add up. And why does it not add up, Nagi? Would you please repeat what you just told us? What's up, Nagi? You're pretty pushy today, ain't you? Goddamn, how long do you plan on dragging this out? Listening to it again isn't going to change anything. How long? That's obvious until I've reached the truth. It's obviously going to be footprints that I use. Footprints. Cabinet C first. And that's where I got the poison. And that's when you spilled the powder in front of the cabinet. When I grabbed a bottle from the cabinet, it slipped and fell. And what happened next? I went from cabinet C to cabinet A, which is bullshit. LZ, 100 points. Asahina, you went first to cabinet C to get the poison, and that's where you spilled the powder, yes? Yes, so? And then you said after that, you walked from cabinet A straight to cabinet C to get the protein? But the footprints left in the chem lab don't go from cabinet C to cabinet A. That contradicts what you just told us, didn't it? Doesn't it? Huh? Couldn't you have taken the long way around to hide her actual movements? Nope, that's out of the question. I mean, Asahina just told us. I was nervous, I didn't realize that I had left footprints. Oi, what's the meaning of this, Asahina? Well, you're lying to us, Asahina. By soiling the footprints you left us, this is what it looks like you did in the chemistry lab. You arrived after the powder had been spilled and went straight to cabinet A. In other words, it appears as though whatever you did didn't involve you going to cabinet C. You know... What? What the hell? What's going on? Furthermore, the footprints aren't the only part of your story that you didn't manage to keep straight. What? Before I get into that, I'd like to present a new piece of evidence. What new piece of evidence do you have, Kirigiri? I'm really interested. New evidence? Preposterous. There couldn't possibly be anything else. Oh, but you're the one who gave it to me. I did. The evidence was hidden inside the bottle you gave me earlier. To overlook something so significant, you made a near-fatal mistake there, Togami. Spit it out. What was in the bottle? Here's what I found. A shard of glass? It was hidden at the bottom of the bottle. You drank the powder, Togami. The shard of glass rose to the top, allowing me to find it. Thanks to you, I've solved this mystery. You have my gratitude. What is that shard from? Ah, so you haven't figured it out yet. In that case, Nagi, you tell him for me, would you? Huh? Me? Go on, Nagi, say it. Where did that shard come from? We found a shard of light blue glass inside the poison bottle. But where did it come from? I seem to recall the thing I broke earlier, also having light blue glass. A Monokuma bottle. That had like dark red. So it's a rec room window. That's a piece of a rec room's window, isn't it? The window? I recall noticing the rec room's door window had light blue glass when I broke it earlier. That has to be it. Yes, that's exactly right, and that's exactly why it doesn't make any sense. Why would there be a shard of glass from the rec room's window inside this poison bottle? I'm not seeing the problem. There is a problem though. According to the testimony Asahina just gave us, based on what Asahina told us, when I broke the rec room's window, the poison bottle would have been in cabinet A. She left the poison bottle inside cabinet A in the chem lab. That's what you said, isn't it? And yet, despite that, the fact that a shard of glass from the rec room's window was found inside it means Hina's been lying. The poison bottle was actually in the rec room. At the very least, it was there until the point where the glass was broken, until the room was unsealed. If it wasn't, there's no explanation as to why there was glass from the window inside the bottle. And then, after the seal of the room was broken, it was returned to the chem lab. Similarly, the protein container we found in the rec room was, more than likely, brought there after the room was unsealed, after Ugami died. Slow down, you're moving too quickly. I will concede the poison bottle was likely in the rec room when it was sealed. You can't be so sure the protein container was brought there after the seal was broken. And then that is the fact that Ugami took the poison because it was given to her in the protein container. If the protein container wasn't even there, why did she take the poison? I need to go over that as well, yes. But before I do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone first. And that'd be, has to do with that protein container. After we discovered Ugami's corpse, did anyone bump into or kick the container at any point? Or is there some kind of leading question? Never mind that, just answer me. I can't say I recall doing any such thing. I didn't kick it. Me neither. See above. I didn't kick it either. I see, that's all I needed to know. I was right, the protein container was brought into the rec room after the room was unsealed. Enough of the games, how can you be so certain? How can you declare something I don't understand as a fact? If Kyria is certain about it, there must be some evidence supporting her, since it proves the protein container was brought to the rec room after the seal was broken. And that thing is... I'm obviously going to have to click on empty protein container, the other two don't make sense. There's no question that the protein container was not in the rec room before the seal was broken. Then you're saying it was brought there after the room was unsealed? No, that's not possible. It was always in the rec room, including before the seal was broken. Ah, good, good. Ah, another 100 points and some pineapple juice. I was drinking pineapple juice. Don't judge. You know how there were glass shards scattered around the protein container at the scene? The glass from the window you broke? Yes, what about it? Broken glass wasn't just scattered around the container, but under it as well. What? The fact that the glass was under the container means it has to have been placed there after the window was broken, which makes it after the room was unsealed. So that's what that was all about. That's why Kirigiri asked if anyone had bumped into the container. Could easily have ended up on top of the glass just because someone accidentally kicked it. I get it, so you're eliminating that possibility ahead of time. As a result, there's no room left for doubt, is there? And the bottle of poison was in the rec room when it was sealed, but the protein container was not there. The two of them were switched after the seal was broken, and we ended up with the protein container in the rec room and the poison bottle in the chemistry lab. If that's the case, then why did Ugami take the poison? You're saying she didn't take it because Asahime gave her the protein container with poison inside? No, that's not the case. She must have taken the poison straight from the poison bottle. Given that only the poison bottle was in the room when it was sealed, that's the only possible explanation. I mean, is saying she ingested it fully aware that it was poison? It's preposterous. It's the truth. Explain yourself. No, please, explain it to me. First of all, there's something we all need to be clear about. Who took the poison bottle from the chemistry lab and brought it to the rec room? Hina went and got it, and she gave it to Ogre, right? What do you think, Nagi? Someone from Camelot got the bottle of poison and brought it back to the rec room, and that was Sakura Ugami. Obviously, from the way this is going. I think Ugami herself did it. Huh? You're saying the victim, Ogre, went and got the poison herself? What are you talking about? She would never. No, she most certainly went to the chemistry lab and to Cabinet C where the poison was, so bad. Liar, you're lying. Why would you lie about something like that? She isn't lying. Koge provided me with the evidence that shows Ugami did pay a visit to Cabinet C. I just have to show that to Asahina and get it through her head, and she won't be able to deny it. Oh crap, one of these again. God's sake, girl. No fair, the game's sticking. Damn it. I'm disappointed to say, folks, but I don't think I'm going to get this finished this episode. Asahina, were you aware that there was some yellow powder found on top of Ugami's shoe? Probably should have been. She was there when we said it. So I'm going to stop recording now. So, next episode is on the top right, but previous is on the top left. And until next time, folks, when we find out exactly what the fuck is going on in this crazy world, see ya.